All right, ladies and gentlemen, joining us on the Malzberg panel, it's Carol Roth, CNBC contributor, author of the New York Times bestseller, The Entrepreneur Equation, and Elura Nanos, attorney, author of How to Talk to Your Lawyer, and check her out at letslawyerup.com. All right, ladies, let's talk about Joe Biden. Earlier, I had Ben Carson on the show, and I said, if you're the nominee, who would you rather run against, Joe Biden or Hillary? And Carol, he said Hillary, she would be easy to beat. He even laughed. And it's true. I mean, I just don't see how in a sane world this woman remains even in the race, because this may not be adjudicated by the time, you know, things get serious. And she's just dead meat up there in a debate up on stage against any Republican while she's this is being investigated.
100%. I think the fact that Joe Biden's even jumping into the race pretty much is the signal, if you will, that Hillary is completely done for. And she has so much baggage, Steve. It doesn't even fit under your seat anymore. You have to check it at the door before you get on the plane. So there is absolutely no way that she can win. It would be great for the Republicans for her to stay in the race. But I think either way, you know, Hillary, you win easily. Biden, you win and you get the hilarity at the same time. So it's sort of like Christmas in August for us.
Elura, what's your take on Hillary's candidacy?
My take is that I really disagree with that, and I think that it misses the mark. Those comments really miss the mark in terms of understanding the electorate that is perched to support Hillary Clinton. I think most people really don't care much about this email scandal, and I think that at the end of the day, that it sounds good from the Republican side because it sounds like it's dishonest, but I think truthfully it's not really going to affect the vote of most people.
Well, then, Elura, how do you account for well over 60% dishonest and untrustworthy in many of the key swing states? How do you account? If they don't care about this, then why is she untrustworthy and dishonest? Other things?
No, Steve, my point is this. I think that people who follow politics expect politicians to be dishonest, period. I think it's not party sensitive, and I think politicians are dishonest. But I think at the end of the day, most people who would support Hillary Clinton find that even a lie by Hillary Clinton is much less frightening than the truth by a Donald Trump or a Huckabee or a Ted Cruz. And I really think that that's where it's at.
Well, let's, Carol, go ahead, Carol.
I was going to say, I don't think that people really like Hillary Clinton. I think it's the reason why back in 2008, a freshman senator from Illinois was able to get her as the front runner out of the way and to secure the nomination and to be elected twice. I think that it's very difficult, in general, for a woman to get elected. And I think fundamentally people don't like Hillary. She does have a core of, super feminist supporters who want the whole girl power thing. But I think from a broad base of the American voting public, a lot of people just don't like her.
I think she's as unlikable as you could possibly be as a candidate to the general public.
I think we have Ted Cruz for that.
No, I think Ted Cruz is a genius, and his ethics are above reproach. Hillary is just old news and unlikable. I want to ask you, though, about Joe Biden, Elura. Everybody says, all I hear now, everyone loves him. Oh, he's wonderful. This man, if he were a Republican, he'd be sitting on an island in shame somewhere. First of all, he was kicked out of one presidential race for plagiarism. He had a plagiarism problem in school. He said that Obama was the first clean, articulate black person to run for president when many, many others had gone before him. I guess they were dirty and inarticulate. He made the 7-Eleven Dunkin' Donuts comment, and he said that education in Iowa is so much better than in D.C. because you hardly have any minorities in Iowa, and look what you got in D.C. Any one of those alone would have ended the career for a Republican politician, let alone all of them together.
Steve, I mean, at the end of the day, I think that people who agree with the type of laws that Biden would support, people who agree with the type of appointments Biden would make, find Biden to be basically likable. I don't think the plagiarism is something that really, I mean, I don't even know that it happened, but
you don't know that it happened? It happened.
Let me say this. To the extent that it did, political speeches recycle.
No. He went so far as to take on the persona and the life history and story of the man who he stole the speech from.
And dropped out of the race because of it.
Go ahead, Carol.
Yeah, I'm saying he dropped out of the race because of it. I think that Joe Biden is lovable in like a crazy Uncle Joe sort of way. Like, you know, he's a lot of humor. He's generally innocuous unless he is going to be running your country.
Well, and also if he were a Republican, look what happened to Makaka. If he were a Republican, he would have been out of politics years ago. I thank you both, Carol Roth and Elura Nanos. Up next, well, we're coming back with Carol Roth to talk about the stock market, which is pretty scary. But first, Hillary Clinton's email scandal continues to make news. So the question is, did Hillary Clinton break the law? We want to know what you think. Go to newsmaxpolls.com to cast your vote. That's newsmaxpolls.com. Do it now. We're coming back with Carol Roth. Don't go away.